Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's central to our health and well-being, the foods we eat. You see, the modern human diet has taken a dramatic turn, veering sharply away from the natural foods that nourished our ancestors for millennia. While supermarkets are overflowing with options, many of these dietary staples are, quite frankly, at odds with our biology. Processed foods laden with added sugars and synthetic ingredients have become commonplace, despite a growing body of evidence suggesting they're not doing our bodies any favors. In this video, we're going to explore several everyday foods that humans, from an evolutionary and physiological perspective, are not designed to eat. We'll delve into their health impacts and shed light on the stark mismatch between these modern dietary staples and our ancient biology. Let's get started. Let's start with the ubiquitous ingredient that seems to permeate nearly every processed food on supermarket shelves: added sugar. Now, I'm not talking about the naturally occurring sugars found in fruits and vegetables. I'm talking about the refined sugars, the high fructose corn syrups and artificial sweeteners that are added to everything from sodas and candies to breads and sauces. Here's the thing. Our bodies are simply not equipped to handle the massive influx of sugar that comes with these processed foods. When you consume a sugary drink or a candy bar, your blood glucose levels skyrocket, leading to a surge in insulin, a hormone that helps your body use and store sugar. Over time, this constant bombardment of sugar can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells become less responsive to insulin's effects. This sets the stage for a cascade of health problems, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Our ancestors, who evolved on a diet of whole unprocessed foods, rarely encountered such concentrated doses of sugar. The occasional piece of fruit or honeycomb was a rare treat, not a daily indulgence. Next up, let's talk about refined grains. White bread, white rice, and pasta have become dietary staples in many cultures, but they are a far cry from the whole grains our ancestors consumed. During the refining process, the bran and germ of the grain, which contain essential nutrients and fiber, are stripped away, leaving behind a product that is essentially devoid of nutritional value. Consuming refined grains is like feeding your body empty calories. They are rapidly digested and absorbed, leading to spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels, much like refined sugars. This roller coaster ride of glucose can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and increased risk of chronic diseases. Furthermore, the lack of fiber in refined grains can disrupt digestive health, leading to constipation and other digestive issues. Our bodies thrive on whole, unprocessed foods, and grains are no exception. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats provide a slow and steady release of energy, keeping you feeling full and satisfied longer. They are also packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall health. Now let's talk about a category of ingredients that often gets overlooked: artificial additives. These are the preservatives, food colorings, flavor enhancers, and other synthetic chemicals that lurk in countless processed foods. While they may make foods last longer on shelves or taste more appealing, many artificial additives have been linked to a range of health concerns. For instance, some food dyes have been shown to trigger hyperactivity in children, while certain preservatives have been implicated in allergic reactions and other sensitivities. The long-term effects of many of these additives are still not fully understood, and research is ongoing. But the fact remains that our bodies simply did not evolve to process these synthetic substances. For thousands of years, humans consumed foods in their natural state, free from artificial ingredients. Our bodies are designed to recognize and utilize nutrients from whole foods, not to contend with a cocktail of chemicals. While it's impossible to completely avoid all artificial additives in today's food environment, reading labels carefully and choosing whole, minimally processed foods whenever possible can make a significant difference. Let's move on to a category of foods that has garnered significant attention in recent years: processed meats. Deli meats, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. While undeniably tasty, these processed meats are far removed from the fresh, lean animal proteins that our ancestors hunted and consumed. What's the problem with processed meats? Well, they are typically loaded with sodium, saturated fat, and nitrates, compounds that have been linked to various health problems. Numerous studies have shown a correlation between frequent consumption of processed meats and an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Our ancestors consumed meat sparingly, and it was always fresh and unprocessed. The modern-day practice of consuming large amounts of processed meats, often on a daily basis, is simply at odds with our evolutionary history. If you choose to eat meat, opting for fresh, unprocessed cuts of meat in moderation is the healthier way to go. And remember, there are plenty of plant-based sources of protein, such as beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh, that can provide your body with the nutrients it needs without the added risks. Finally, let's talk about a group of fats that have become increasingly prevalent in modern diets: industrial seed oils. These include soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, and sunflower oil, which are often found in processed foods, salad dressings, and cooking oils. While these oils are often marketed as healthy alternatives to saturated fats, there's a growing body of evidence suggesting that they may be contributing to a wide range of health problems. One major issue with industrial seed oils is their high content of omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 fatty acids are not inherently bad. In fact, we need them for normal bodily functions. However, the problem arises when we consume an excessive amount of omega-6s relative to omega-3s, which are found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. This imbalance can tip the scales towards inflammation, a natural process that, when chronic, can contribute to heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and other chronic conditions. Our ancestors, who consumed a more balanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, did not face this problem. As we've seen, the modern food landscape is saturated with options that, while convenient and tempting, often deviate significantly from the foods our bodies were designed to thrive on. Processed sugars, refined grains, artificial additives, processed meats, and industrial seed oils. These dietary staples have become so commonplace that we often don't stop to question their impact on our health. But as we've explored in this video, these foods can contribute to a range of health problems, from weight gain and type 2 diabetes to heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune conditions. The good news is that knowledge is power. By understanding the evolutionary and physiological mismatch between these modern foods and our ancient biology, we can start making more informed choices. Choosing whole, unprocessed foods as the foundation of our diets, prioritizing fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, and being mindful of our intake of added sugars, refined grains, processed meats, and industrial seed oils can make a world of difference for our health and well-being. Remember, our food choices have the power to either nourish or harm us. Choose wisely.